Yo bro, so what's up? I think we need to go filming. So check this out. These are some of the trades that I was holding today, and these trades were actually shared with our main Telegram community. So yeah, so what we have to do is we are going to go filming, then I'll do a quick breakdown on how I got these trades. So let's get this chart. So it's 21:37, so it's late in the evening, but we have to get this done. So what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Vidula back in today's video. So if you guys like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm to send this video to more viewers, you know, and more recommendations. And please make sure you subscribe. The community is growing, and yeah, it's really amazing. So today was a very good day, so we caught up some trades on USD JPY. Now what we are going to basically do in this video is we are going to be doing some breakdown, and then I'll share some of the tips on how you can actually be able to maximize your winning trades. Okay, but before we get into that, what we can say first is some of you guys have actually been telling me about consistency. You know, hey bro, we are inconsistent, or maybe this and that. So I want to share something really so special with you guys. So consistency in trading is actually not all about risk management or technical analysis. You can actually be so accurate with your technicals. You know, you know how to identify the overall time trend. You know how to identify the reversals. You know how to identify all the pullbacks. You actually even know how to get trades in, but you still find that you are finding it hard to be consistent. Either way, you can be so good at risk management. Maybe you're risking the right amount, you have the right risk to reward ratio, but still hard to find consistency. So the whole point in here is, I've always said this and I always say this guys, the whole point in trading that actually brings consistency is psychology, you know, because we are people, we have emotions, and emotions will play around with you when you're trying to deal with something, you know, that you've actually worked for. Money is your money, you know, it has emotions because you have fear in this and that. So what I'm trying to bring to you guys is the whole point in trading is emotions. You know, if you're able to control your emotions, you're good to go. That's the first step to consistency. So what you can do is, of course, you can get those tips down. You know, you can have a trading journal where you actually jot down your winning trade, your losing trades. You can also have a trading plan. It's going to make you a better trader, a strategic trader who has a goal, you know, who has a clear plan. So that's what I can basically for that. So you guys, just in case you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. So what we are going to do is we're going to slide into the charts, do some quick breakdown, and actually see how I came up with this trade, because like I told you, whenever I'm going to trade USD JPY, I'm basically comparing it with GBP JPY, but in this trade actually they went in opposite directions. The other one was actually as a buy, and then the other one was a sell. So we are going to be basically covering all that in today's video. So we are going to slide into it straight away. What's up team? Damn, I made up to 6k. This is my first time making this money, and I'm so excited. I really don't know how I can exaggerate this, you know. I just want to share this for motivation. Now look, so I have an account of about 15,000. so by the time I recorded the intro, we were in profits of about I think we're probably just $1,000, but I had to hold these trades overnight because by the time I was recording, it was at night. It was 9 p.m. So we had moved around probably 30 pips only, but to wake up I found out that we had moved up to 200 pips. Now check this out, check this move. So all of a sudden I found I had profits of up to 6k floating. Now what I'm going to basically do with you guys is I'm going to show you how I actually came up with this super winning trade, because this is one of its kind. This is the best trade that I've actually had this year. The last time I made a lot of money in a single day, I think I only made up to 3k. I think I only made up to 3k, but this time around I basically doubled it. Anyways, so we are going to slide into it, and then I'll show you how I actually got this winning trade. Now, like I said initially that whenever I'm going to analyze USD JPY, I often compare it with GBP JPY. But what happened was, initially by the time I got into this trade, he was playing games, he was playing games. The other one was actually shooting to the upside rapidly, but USD JPY was still coming to the key level. Now remember, we often look at key levels. Now we had this key level that was actually this point here. Let me mark it out, and then I'm going to show you how it was respected and why I had to get the trade on the other pair. So we had this key level. Now by the time we entered USD JPY, I think GBP JPY was probably here. It was still moving to the downside. Why? Because there was a key level that was supposed to be respected, and you can see that when the market reached here, it had to bounce back off. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how I got the USD JPY trade. Let me go ahead and then slide back to USD JPY. There we go. Lit. Now check this out. So on USD JPY, this is what I was looking at. So yesterday I got the trade from here. Initially, like after the pullback, it's when I got into this trade. Now let me show you how I basically caught this trade. So I drew a small trend line around. I'm going to go ahead and use this because it's a bit easier. So I had a trend line around. I also had a trend line on top. Sorry. And yeah, it was a small channel. So initially, it being a pullback, I saw the market coming back down, playing around this channel. Now what I was looking at was, because I knew initially, of course, it was an uptrend. It was a clear uptrend. If you guys remember, it was a clear uptrend. Let me show you clearly. It was a great uptrend, like from the start. As you guys can see, it was a very good uptrend, trending to the upside, but then we had to get a pullback, like you guys like what I just showed you. This kind of plays games, okay, right? And then we also had another on the top, you can see. So what I was waiting for was, okay, I know it's now a channel, the markets are playing in this channel, but now what I'm going to wait for is, I'm going to wait for the channel to get broken, and after getting broken, I'll wait for a pullback, or what we often call a retest, and I'll get in the trade. So to illustrate it clearly for you guys, this is how I was basically looking like, and this is how the markets were trending. Boom, playing around, and then all of a sudden here we formed what we call a double bottom. We formed this and this, right? So this was a double bottom, and guess what happened? The markets had to break the trend line, the upper trend line, and came back for a retest. You can see this retest here, and hey, guess what? Now it was time. So I caught up trade starting from this particular point, and hey, this was the best thing that I did. Now check this out. So by the time I entered, let me go ahead and get this off. So this is right where I entered from. As you guys can see, I entered on from the tip. Let's try check on the F15 and then see. Okay, as you guys can see, when we experienced a retest on a trend line, this is where I got in from. And then of course the key point here is placing the stop loss just below the previous key level. Remember, when it's a pullback and you form some chart patterns, let's say now you formed a double bottom, it's always recommended that you place your stop loss, let's say above about 10 or 15 pips, or even up to 20, but below that key level, right? The previous key level. So I placed my stop loss right here, and it was time to shoot. So you can see that we had to shoot big time. Now, due to the fact that these big moves happened late in the night, I was actually sleeping. if I was up, I would have actually scaled in more trades from these points. So you can see whenever we are shooting, let's say to the upside or the downside, we always go up and then come back for pullbacks, push up, come back for pullbacks. Now, I was supposed to scale in some trades at these points here, you know, adding a buy, place my stop loss just above here, and then get in. And then we had another pullback. I was supposed to scale in another trade here, and then another trade here. So I kill this big time, because this is how I basically do my things. When it's my time to kill these markets, I kill them. I kill them big time. I don't play around when it's time. You know, when it's your time to win, you have to maximize your winning trade. You know, when it's time to win, get the bag. Okay, get the bag, because when a losing trade comes through, you will probably have to figure out ways of navigating around it and, you know, getting it done. So you can see that this is how I basically caught up this trade. Now on USD, on GBP, JPY, it was basically waiting for the key level to be reached. It was time to get the trade. Now at this particular moment, since the key level was reached, this was a strong pullback. Of course, for now, I could expect the markets to first come back to this key level. Now, what we'd see is, of course, we can break through, come back for a test and push to the upside, or it can be rejected and push the downside. But in the meantime, the trade that I'm actually going to be looking at is a buy. What I can do is I have to scale down to a smaller time frame, up to M15, wait for a pullback, and get the trade in, you know. So that's how easier these two pairs are. But for now, I really maximized USD JPY, and like from what I just showed you guys, that's how you can basically catch those super winning trades. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed the breakdown, and I hope you learned a lot from it. I'll see you guys in